Gentlemen and lady, boy and girl, welcome. Greetings and good vibes to all. Welcome back to the channel. This is Biz Lifestyle, and Biz Lifestyle presents Late Night Lifelines. Late Night Lifelines. This is going to be a special edition. This is somewhat of a random bonus episode. Just a safe space for us to come and share of ourselves. We are building community. One upload, one click, one like, one share, one comment at a time. Much respect, blessings and light to everyone. I am Biz and welcome back. Let's jump right in, man. What I want to discuss today is what I would tell my younger self. As always, this is not about me, this is about us. So whether you find this tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, if it resonates, this is a call to action. This is a conversation starter. So definitely engage, share your thoughts with me. Drop me a line in the comment section if you see fit to do so. Let's keep the conversation going and let's push culture forward. Good morning. It is May 24th, 2023. The time is currently 03:02 hours in the morning. I am a nocturnal creature, so the nighttime is the right time. Please continue to bear with me as I am on the mend and I'm sounding and feeling more and more like myself as time goes on. So much respect and appreciation as always. Again, so let's jump right in. Things that I would tell my younger self. All right, that's the topic of discussion. Let me know if this hits. Let me know if this resonates with you. All right. And I'm just coming off the top, off the spirit, off the heart. Plans being laid, no games being played, money being made, and bills being paid, as always. First and foremost, I would offer my younger self forgiveness. I will offer my younger self forgiveness for sure. And I would love on me. I think depending on your upbringing and where you come from and how you grow up, it's understood that we're going to have to grow and we're going to have to be in a position to go out into the world and thrive on our own, right? And so in keeping with that, we're kind of thrust out into the world. And I'm a firm believer in giving each child, what they need, loving on them, creating a nurturing and safe space for them to be able to go out into the world feeling whole, feeling loved, and understanding the concept of the word no, understanding rejection, understanding that everyone is not going to like you or love you. And sometimes that's going to happen just because of who you are naturally. There won't be any particular reason why. Sometimes people don't, we're just not vibrating on the same frequency. We don't have the same life experiences and we don't see the world the same way. And that's okay. Because as much as there's going to be people in the world sometimes, who won't like you or love you, there will be many that do. So we should always focus on that. But sending a child out into the world feeling whole and ready puts us in the best position possible to be the best version of ourselves, to be servants, to be able to love other people and love ourselves no matter what happens. And people mature at their own pace. People grow and retain and process information and gain wisdom, at a different clip, at a different rate. That's facts. That's just how it is. So I would definitely want my younger self to know that it's okay for you to give love with the understanding that you're doing it without expectation, with discernment, with wisdom and discernment, 100%, and in protection of your boundaries. But sometimes you have to lead in the things that you want in people. And it's just a better way to move throughout the world. It's like you're keeping yourself safe, but you're not letting negative energy or negative traumas or experiences of others, deposit onto you. It's like you can feel certain things without necessarily needing to wear it. So that would be a valuable lesson that I would want my younger self to know in advance. It's like, sometimes we have to give people what they don't know that they want. And sometimes loving people means doing it from a distance and doing it from afar. The love doesn't change, but sometimes the energy do, you dig? The love don't change though. The love don't change. Another lesson that I would want to tell my younger self, lifers and loved ones, is that, man, I'm going deep. My apologies. I'm kind of reflecting as I go. But there are givers and there's takers in the world. There's givers and takers. And once you have determined which that you are, again, boundaries and protection of your peace is going to be extremely important, because if you are a giver, you're going to want to do that of yourself, and you're going to want to do that because it's spiritual, and because you are obedient, and because you are a servant. And as you're moving throughout the world and you're encountering takers, that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to take and take and take and take until there's nothing left, right? So if you don't have your boundaries intact, if you're not loving yourself and protecting yourself, then as you encounter takers, that's what they're going to do. And then you'll be left to pick up the pieces. So give of yourself in a way that is healthy, but definitely understand the concept of boundaries, and that when people really value you, respect you, love you, or have love for you, you can tell them no, and they'll understand. And they may not necessarily like it, and that's okay. They don't have to like it, but they'll understand. So that's another lesson that I would like to share with my younger self. Take a quick break just to provide some information. If you want to drop me a line, you just want to say what's up. If you would like me to answer a question or give perspective on camera on this platform, drop me a line at askbizlifestyle@gmail.com. That is askbizlifestyle@gmail.com. And I'll definitely give you that energy back, and I will give my perspective anonymously, of course. And as a woman of a certain age who has some wisdom, some life experience, has been through some things, and who is joyful and who is grateful and believes in a higher power 100%, I would like to be a servant. I want to pour into others. I want to help people along their journey. I want to give and receive love in a healthy way. And one of the ways that I can do that is by just sharing information, not advice. I will not give you advice, because I want to build community with you. I don't necessarily look to lead you per se, but just be on a journey with you so I can give you perspective, not exactly tell you what you should do, what you would do, what you might do, what you could do. But, like I said, just, shed some light on the situation and just give some perspective. So drop me a line, askbizlifestyle@gmail.com. So let's jump right in. Another life lesson that I would give my younger self is do things in the here and now that my future self will be grateful for and will be thankful for. Know your worth. Know your value. Know who you are. Know your spiritual gifts. Know who you serve. Definitely be in alignment with a higher power. And know that you don't have to carry the weight alone. Even if it seems like there are times where you walk alone, because I am a firm believer that there are some things that a man has to do alone. There are some things that a woman has to do alone, but you don't ever have to feel alone. Reach out, build a network, a support system of trusted people who that you can go to. But also, like I said, understand your worth and just be in alignment. Keep your frequency high. Look to be the best version of yourself, the best version of yourself possible at all times. And and let others see that light in you. Don't ever look to dim your light. Let others see that light in you. I think that's important. And I think that even though there may be, some resistance that you feel in that, because sometimes you'll be misunderstood, but that's always going to happen, right? I think we all go through that. But when you are looking to be the highest version of yourself possible at all times, I think wonderful things can come from that. Wonderful things will come from that. You will attract that same energy. You'll be on that same frequency. So definitely always look to put good vibrations out as much as you possibly can, and know that you're worth it, and that you do have something to contribute. You do have something to offer that is uniquely yours, and that God loves you. God loves you, and then God lives inside of you, and His greatness, the Holy Spirit, love, protection, correction is inside of you. So always stay connected to that, and always keep God at the center of what you do, everything you do. So I think that's powerful. And these are like just gems and keys and tools that I connect to and are a part of how I live my life every day. So that's big, to always know your worth. And that's a message for, again, everyone, not just me. Always know your worth. Always know who you are. Always remember where you come from. And you determine what success is for you. You determine what your worth is. You determine what your joy is. And walk in it. Own it. Claim it. And know that happiness is a choice that you make every day. Happiness is a choice. And joy and peace, that stillness that you feel, that is a gift from God. Stay connected to it and fight for it. Another lesson. More love that I would want to give to my younger self. Be in your purpose. Be on your purpose. Again, man, woman, young, old, be on your purpose. I think fortune favors the bold, and progression and elevation comes when you're more and more in your purpose. It's like when you are obedient and you are making positive moves and you're making a positive contribution to the world and you're being productive, good things will happen. It may take time, but slow progress is better than no progress. So definitely stay on your purpose. I think as we get older, right, the expectations change, responsibilities change, obligations. We can sometimes lose sight of that, but being on your purpose for the better can have just such a significant impact on the end result and where life can take you. So just stay focused on your purpose, and let everything else fall into place. And don't necessarily let money be the motivation, but the byproduct. It's not the why, or shiny things or material things or people or finances should never be the reason. I just believe, those are kind of the spoils. Those go with it. But the journey and being on your purpose is really what it's all about. Because, in life we're going to have highs and lows. Even when it seems like everything is perfect, life comes at you fast sometimes. So when you are in a position where you love yourself and you value others and you are working on your purpose and you have things in life that you look forward to or that you're passionate about, it helps you weather those storms, and it helps you stay joyful and peaceful during those times. So another powerful lesson for my younger self is just be on your purpose and spend more time connecting to yourself to find out what your passions are. I must admit, confession, I tend to be I've tended to be kind of a late bloomer in things. And I think that's just a part of how I'm wired to work. I like to think things through. I tend to be, like I said, kind of a slower driver, if you know what I mean. I'm definitely an oven and not a microwave, you dig? I like to take my time, think things through. I understand that it is important to be confident and to be strong and be ready to shift or pivot or make a move at any time. But when the opportunities are there, I like to think things through, and I try to make sound decisions for myself. But in keeping with that, it's important to explore your passions. It's important to explore your passions and to stay connected with the young child inside of yourself, so that you don't forget. I think that's where our joy really lies, is like in the essence of ourselves, like who we are deep inside, without the influence of the world. And I think one of the best ways to maintain that is to be creative. It kind of took me a while to find my way, and then you get caught up in the matrix, as they call it, you know what I mean, that rat race of life, where you are trying to find your way in the world. You want to have nice things, you want to be able to provide, right? You want to know that you're taken care of. You want to know that you have coverage, and that if anything happens, you can be taken care of. You can get a measure of good care for yourself and those that you love. And we fall into this, I don't want to call it a trap, because I don't want to be negative about it, but you get into this routine or this mindset of looking to trade your time for money. And in my humble opinion, as I'm learning and growing, that's not the way I want to go about it. I'm in a place where, again, I'm connecting to my higher self more and more, and I'm more on my purpose, and I'm just loving myself and feeling myself with humility, but also dominance, that no one would ever be able to pay me what my time is worth. That's just not how I see it. However, I would like to maximize that to the best of my ability, for God's glory. So in keeping with that, it's like you try to figure out ways, to get the coin, to touch that money. We have an overhead. Again, we have families, we have vehicles, keep a roof over your head, and clothes on your back, put food on the table. We are providers. That's what we have to do. But that takes away from our ability sometimes to stay connected to our creative side. And I think our creative side is like where we're most childlike. Which brings me to my next point. So as we segue from just staying in touch with your creativity, so that you are continuing to grow and elevate. It's never too late. It's never too late to pivot. It's never too late to shift. Creativity is important. Prioritize yourself and make the time. Make the time. We all have the same 24. We all have the same 24 hours in a day. And if you work 8-hour days or even 10s like I do, by the time you spend time, where you work, at the office, in the field, and you sleep for 6 to 8 hours, what does that leave you with? You work, you sleep 6 to 8 hours. Let's say you work 8, you sleep 8 hours. That's 16 hours out of your day already. That leaves you with 8. That's not counting preparation to get ready for work, household chores, errands, responsibilities, schoolwork, entrepreneurship, worship, which is extremely important. We will come to that in just a moment. Worship, personal relationships, intimacy, connection, right? And notice I haven't even spoken about children. If you happen to have children, which salute to all, who have children or are looking to take that journey. where is the time? Where do you find the time? How do you carve out the time, right? Eating, taking care of yourself, loving on yourself, having time for just yourself. So the whole structure, this whole structure of trading your time for money, it's not even just so much about not being paid enough, because that's a given, but the time that you lose. You know, it kind of like grinds my gears a little bit when I hear people say time is money, because I understand exactly what they mean. I know what people mean when they say that, but I just constantly remind myself that I don't agree, because time is not money. We can generate money. We can make money, you know, depending on, you know, how your morals are set up, what you are willing to do or not do, you know, where the line is for you, your boundaries. We can go out and make money, right? We know how to get money, but you can't get time back once you lose it. You know, time is time. Once it's gone, it's gone. So prioritize yourself and make time to find your passions. I think everybody having a passion and something that is uniquely theirs to look forward to give their life force to give their energy to is important. You know, creating, you know, whether that's from your head or your heart or even from your hands. If you're an artist, if you're a builder, if you are a musician, right? If you are an interior designer, you know, if you are a chef, if you are a carpenter, you make furniture, you rebuild cars, right? You are a stylist, a photographer, a content creator, whatever it is. I am encouraging me, and I'm encouraging you, fight for that. Prioritize that. It is important. And the people around you that are in your gravitational pull will be inspired, and they'll value you for it, because you'll be more in your purpose and closer to the best version of yourself, because you're pursuing something that means something to you. And creativity connects to God to me. It's a gift that we get, and I think everyone is creative in their own way, for better or for worse. So I think it's important to stay connected to that. So prioritize that. Make time for yourself. Make time to create. Stay connected to that. Stay connected to the child inside of you. Don't lose that. Don't grow up too much too fast. I think that's a beautiful thing, you know, to try to keep your innocence. I fight for mine as much as I possibly can. So maintain your innocence. Keeping that smile on your face and keeping that light inside of you. And we need it. The world needs to see it. We need to see your light. And we appreciate you for it. All right? So let's talk about worship a little bit. I want to talk about worship a little bit. Another life lesson and gem that I would pass down to myself. You know, as you're moving throughout the world and you are discovering yourself, finding your identity and figuring out who you are. Young one, keep God at the center of everything that you do. Stay grounded. Stay connected to everything, but attached to nothing. Everything that you need is inside of you. The God that you should stay connected to and that you should always fight to be in relationship with is inside of you. Everything you need comes from within. At the end of the day, I'm a firm believer in that. Everything you need, it starts within. And then, you know, we make the decision and we commit, and then we take action behind it. But your life force, like I said, the Holy Spirit, the God that lives inside of you, is real. It's real. Stay connected to it, even when you're doing wrong, you know, even when you're trying to figure it out, even when you're making mistakes, you know, even when you have your heart broken or you're out there breaking hearts. Keep God at the center of everything that you do, and it is important to pray. And again, this message is not for me, it's for all of us. It is important to pray, regardless of what you believe. I just ask that you do. I just ask that you do. You know, this isn't about division or competition. This is about love and acceptance and patience and giving people the space that they want and need and deserve to be their authentic selves. So I have nothing but the utmost love and respect for your belief system. As long as you do believe and stay connected and worship and pray, meditate, what you think, what you feel, what you connect to inside is important. And it shows on the outside. How you feel on the inside, it shows on the outside. So make time for worship. Don't slack on that. No matter what other people are doing, you make sure that you are staying connected and you're staying grounded and you're doing what you know is right. So that's important. All right, moving right along. Be a leader. Be a leader. Be a leader. Anytime you're blazing a trail, you will be met with resistance. Anytime you're kind of looking to stay on a narrow path and make your own way through life, you're going to be met through resistance again, because we're all on our own journey. We are all spiritual beings having a human experience, so we're all having our own different journeys, and that's okay, because we're here to learn from each other and love each other and help each other. But be a leader. Be a leader. Know who you are. Know who you are. And be safe in that. Be comfortable in that place. Don't ever hesitate to show your real self and your truest self to the world. Again, with patience, with class and grace, and with your boundaries intact. Boundaries. Okay? I am a woman of principle. I'm a woman of morals. I'm a woman of boundaries, and I'm pure, not perfect. I'm not perfect, but I'm pure, and boundaries are important to me. That's how I keep myself safe, and that's how I teach people how to treat me, and that's how I show people how to treat me. It's through boundaries. So maintain that for sure. So yeah, and I definitely want to hear from you all, man. This is meant to be a conversation starter. Again, I hope you take something from it. It means a lot to me, and these uploads kind of act as a video diary for me that I can look back on. Like I said, I'm here because my spirit moves me to be, and I feel like I could make a contribution in a way that's healthy and that's positive. But I want to build a community. I want to build a network. I want us to be able to have, real conversations like these. And I want you to be able to hear this when you are, driving in your car, making your husband's lunch in the morning, getting ready to get him out the door, right? Taking care of the kids, getting ready to get them off to school, taking a break while you're at work, on your lunch break, you're on a treadmill, you're stretching, you winding your mind down, you listening to this maybe while you read or while you take a walk through your neighborhood. So take something from this, and I give you energy and you give me energy. And that's how we keep things moving in a way that's positive. So I definitely appreciate you. I definitely appreciate you being here. Can't do it without you. So, as always, much respect. So I've been running my mouth for a little while. So I'm coming to a place where I'm about ready to wrap it up. But yeah, definitely, I just want to tell the younger me that you're beautiful. You're a beautiful person inside and out. You have a lot of love to give, and you can be warm, and you're strong, but at the same time, like you're soft too in a way, and that's good. To me, that's balance. And I just want my younger self to know that it's going to be okay. Always be in a place where you're present, but you can see past exactly where you are, and know that God is good, and life is good. Life is good once we learn how to live it. Life is good once we learn how to live it. You're gonna go through things. You're gonna suffer losses. You're going to lose people that meant everything to you. You're not going to feel like yourself. You're going to be, physically under the weather. I've experienced that in a real way. You're going to go through mental trials. Like I said, you're going to break a few hearts. You're going to have your heart broken. That's all a part of maturing and growing, right? You're going to have triumphs. You're going to have victories. But just know those things don't necessarily define you, who you are inside, and what you believe in, and how you treat other people, and how you carry yourself, and how you command respect, and how you don't ask things of other people that you're not willing to do. Those are the things that define you. Not how you look, or what you wear, or what you drive, or where you live. Those things don't define you. It's cute. It's nice. But just take pride in your individual self and who you are. And always make sure that you're loving yourself just as much as you're loving other people. Finally, last but not least, selfish. Selfish gets a bad rap, in my opinion. Selfish gets a bad rap, okay? There comes a time, there comes a season where it's important to be selfish for your growth, for your reflection, so that you can step back and take inventory in situations and be ready to make changes when change is needed. You should always be humble when you win. You should always be grateful, and know that no one is above or beneath you ever. Be confident, but know that sometimes it's necessary to be selfish for your growth. And again, don't expect people to validate or confirm or understand where you're coming from or why you're doing what you're doing. Your vision is between you and the God you serve. Everybody can't go, and not everybody's going to understand what you're doing or why you're doing it or even how you're doing it. But as I like to say, if they can't see it, so be it. Much respect and appreciation. I'm going to end the episode right there. This has been Biz Lifestyle Presents Late Night Lifelines. I appreciate you. Thank you for spending time with me. We will definitely do it again. And perhaps depending on the responses I get and how it's received, maybe we can do these live from time to time. I would really like that. I would appreciate that. Again, we need each other. I cannot do it without you. Thank you so much. Lifers and loved ones. And until next time, we out.